Hello everyone. In this video, I would like to show you a trick to search for inventor names being as exhaustive as possible, but avoiding too much noise in your search results. If you type in Albert Einstein in Smart Search as free text, so in basic mode, Espasnet will search by default these two terms in all text fields or names. So you will not only find Albert Einstein as inventor, but you will also retrieve many patent documents which mention Albert Einstein in the title, abstract or description. Or any appearance of the two terms anywhere in the text. We can then ask Espasnet to search these two terms specifically in the inventors field. We could do that either by changing the search criterion in the advanced search mode and opening the drop-down menus corresponding to the search criteria, or we can add the field identifier IN in the equivalent Smart Search query. If we run the search, we obtain 13 results. However, among these 13 results, we only have 4 results which have an Albert Einstein as inventor. For example, in this document, one of the inventors is Sol Einstein and the other Albert Turner. In this other document, one inventor is Dal Albert and the other Sol Einstein. The reason for that is that the terms Albert and Einstein have been combined with the Boolean operator AND. To avoid this noise, you could use the following query in Smart Search: IN equal Albert Einstein between quotes. In this case, Espasnet will search for the exact expression in the inventor's search field and in that exact order, as illustrated in this result. We have now 7 results, which really have Albert Einstein as inventor. However, we still have some noise, such as this document, which is from Renshaw Albert Einstein, and not from our famous Albert Einstein. But this kind of noise is quite inevitable. Now we have maybe more specific results in our search, but we are not exhaustive. And the reason for that is that the inventor names are not harmonized and not always entered in the same way in the Espasnet database. For example, it could be entered as Albert Einstein with the first name first and the last name in second position. It could also be entered as Einstein Albert with the last name first and the first name in second position. This is actually the most frequent way to enter inventor names in Espasnet, and sometimes both of these variations are entered in the database. However, not systematically. You could also find entries where only the first letter of the inventor first name is shown, such as Einstein A or A Einstein. So the little trick to be as exhaustive as possible in your search of inventors, while avoiding too much noise in your search results, is to enter all these variations in your search query. For the illustration, I will show you this in Smart Search mode, and I will open the Smart Search editor to have a better visualization of the query. As you can see, I put in the query all possible name variations between quotes, using the field identifier IN and the field operator equal to find the exact expression between quotes, and in that order. And I also put the Boolean operator OR between these variations. If we run this search, we obtain 11 results instead of 7, and among these 11 results, we retrieved 2 additional patent documents from the famous Albert Einstein, as illustrated by this French patent document. If you prefer to use the Advanced Search mode instead of the Smart Search mode, this is how you would need to construct your Advanced Search query. Well, that's it for now. Thanks for watching and have a great day.